The impending crisis is nearing an end, although not a quick one.
The supply itself is not really at issue here.
Kent Moores is the executive chair of the Energy Capital Research Group.
These are going to be local inabilities to move supply to where the demand is when the demand hits. And that's going to take about 48 hours.
Colonial Pipeline has declined to say whether it paid a ransom to the hackers. In a statement, the company said safety was its primary focus and that it would conduct a comprehensive series of pipeline safety assessments. Former FBI Deputy Director and cybersecurity expert Sean Joyce says private companies need to work together with the federal government to combat future attacks.
And the private sector companies are really left to defend themselves. And on some of these sophisticated adversaries like nation states and organized crime groups, that is a very difficult proposition.
You know, yesterday the president signed an executive order to strengthen cybersecurity defenses in this country, but it does not include privately run infrastructure like oil and gas companies. And Gail, 80% of the energy infrastructure in this country is privately run. So you got to wonder how this executive order is going to make much of a difference at this point.
Yeah, very good question, David Bagno. Thank you.
For more security, do you feel like, she was, that she has reasons for that?
I don't know why she needs security. She shouldn't have a problem debating about her policy. Why would a member of Congress need security to debate with another member? That doesn't make sense.
Do you feel like your statements about, what happened on January 6th are causing?
My queen. My absolute fucking queen. Holding up a Monster energy drink and everything, dude.
More concern for members and working together on the Hill?
No, I think their statements are causing more problems between members. They're accusing us of things that we never did.
Marjorie Taylor Queen, baby. That is some real girl boss gaslight energy, dude. It would have been better if she also had the Oakleys on. I know these are Oakleys as well, but like, you know what I'm talking about? Like the fucking cop Oakleys.
We were in the chamber when it happened. We're just as much a victim as anyone else.
But, the way that you were approaching Congresswoman Ocasio-Cortez, that Speaker Pelosi
by talking
today.
to her.
So
she says screaming. You know what screaming is? Screaming is what people do when rockets are fired at them, like Hamas terrorists are firing into Israel. That's what people do. They scream when that happens. I was talking to AOC.
Isn't she like kind of anti-Semitic? Like she literally was talking about, Jewish space lasers being responsible for California forest fires. Like, what the fuck do you care about Israel, dude? Like,
saying you need to debate me about the Green New Deal. That's her.
Also, does she not know about Monster energy drink and its satanic roots? It's crazy.
She should be able to defend it for the American people. She should. Why? I would think everyone should be asking her why she can't defend her policy. And then she's on social media. She's defending terrorists. She's defending terrorist Hamas and supporting them. She also defends Antifa and BLM rioters. We have Ilhan Omar, Kamala Harris sharing the Minnesota Freedom Fund bail bond link, getting people out of prison after they committed crimes during these riots. These are the real questions that need to be asked, not of me for being willing to talk to members of Congress about these issues. See, that's bipartisanship, talking to one another, debating policy for the American people. That's what needs to happen. So, no, she doesn't need to file ethics violations or whatever she's doing. That's reacting like a child. Adults are able to debate policy.
Congresswoman, quickly on the flip side, some colleagues are defending the pro-rioters on January 6th as being peaceful and saying it was
I have said, look, I have said the entire time I was a victim of that as well. I was in the chamber when it happened. I have said the entire time it was horrible. It should have never happened. I do not condone violence. I want nothing to do with it. I've said it the entire time. So you guys need to make sure you set the record straight on that. Thank you.
But we're going to begin with this. maybe this is not so exciting for some people. It's a group of Republican senators going to the White House later today to talk with President Biden about his nearly $2.3 trillion infrastructure plan. The president is trying to find common ground and support from those Republicans. Ed O'Keefe is at the White House with more on this story. Ed, we just told you about Tony. I know you're excited, too, but I know you want to talk about this. What's at stake in this meeting, Ed O'Keefe?
Way to sell it, Gail. Gosh, I mean, I like babies, too, but this is important news because, and here's why, and we wish Tony and Katie all the best as we wait for that. Reason why this matters today. This meeting going on today, probably the most important in town because it's going to probably set the tone for whether or not Washington can work together, Democrats and Republicans, to get anything done on infrastructure in the next few months. It may also set the pace of the economic recovery. The president's set to meet with these 6 Republican senators responsible for spending, transportation, and infrastructure issues. They'll discuss the size and scope of an infrastructure deal and how to pay for it. The price tag's one of the biggest hurdles, and the president's already facing notable resistance from Republican governors over increased unemployment benefits. So far, at least 11 GOP governors are pulling out of a program Mr. Biden implemented that raised unemployment checks by $300 a week. The program is set to end in September, but unemployed workers in these 11 states will see their payments shrink as early as next month. That comes as as most economists say, that comes as most recent job numbers were surprisingly low. Just 266,000 jobs were added in April, despite 8 million job openings. Economists predicted the country would gain at least 1 million jobs.
I just want to point something out here. Imagine being a fucking Republican living in like Missouri, Nebraska, and like all of these other states that are just like immediately like, oh shit, like welfare is actually working. We can't do this. We need to make sure that you go back to like we need to make sure that you go back to those horrible fucking jobs for no pay instead of just asking, commerce to actually address the demands of the tight labor market. Like, imagine seeing how quickly they fucking take the money away from you without any hesitation whatsoever and still voting for Republicans. Like, you are so fucking stupid, dude. I'm sorry, dude. You're the shouts out to all the fucking homies that live in like Alabama, Missouri, Nebraska. Look, I'm sorry, but like the Republicans in your states are so fucking dumb. I don't even know if there's ever going to be a way to reach out to them. Like, they're such fucking gigantic morons, dude. So cucked. Like, hell yeah, brother, as long as you don't got no BLM attached to it, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I'll go back to enslaving myself, brother. Yeah, I think I should be subjugated, brother. I fucking love enslaving away. Missouri is so right-leaning, apolitical in the average Joe's department that no one white and above poverty is even going to notice any of this.
Jobs. Some employers say they're having trouble hiring workers. Republicans say that's because of the unemployment money. It's discouraging people from returning to work.
Like, you see it. Like, they just openly say it. There is nothing better in this moment to recognize that, like, the conditions of your labor are dictated by your demise, dude. If you don't work, you fucking die. And if there is ever a system in which where you don't work and you survive, well, that's bad for commerce. So we're going to change it, dude. They should just straight up call it back to work peasants. The Back to Work Peasants Act will ensure that the American serfdom continues as all of the peasants go back to work, because otherwise, for the same prices and no additional benefits, no additional wage increases, despite the fact that it seemingly is a tight labor market. Fuck, man. I'm sorry if this comes out poorly, but conservative white people in America are cucked and stupid. I mean, it's just so cucked. Conservatives in general are so fucking stupid. Madison surprised the fascist supports fascism. Yeah, I mean, obviously. Liz Cheney, Fox News clip. I don't really care about Liz Cheney at all, to be honest, but here, I'll play it for you. Like, I think she's just, who gives a fuck?
But I continue to say it, though.
Like, she's a fucking loser. The Republican Party is they're such fucking cucks. They're such losers. Like, this is such a nothing burger of a story. Look at the troops moving in. It's fucking genocide. Well, it's unavailable, my friend. Yeah, I can't show. I don't know why the tweet is unavailable. What should be noted is that $3,600 can tilt the unemployment. Maybe they should realize it and help those down. IDF is carpet bombing civilian buildings now? Hold on, I'm like worried about. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Here, look. Oh, don't fucking look away, dude. Look at this shit. Look. Yeah, that's what you get for your spawn point, boys. That's what you get. Listen, you're hard locked, dude. There's no soft lock. If your spawn point is Palestine, specifically Gaza, GG's, boys. Made in the USA bombs are gonna fucking fall on you. But hey, listen, you know, that's defensive, boys. You know, Israel has every right to be defensive by murdering civilians. Sorry, that's just the defensive thing to do. You know, when I'm doing defense, I like to do ethnic cleansing to do defense.
And
but
you
Brett,
should,
I continue
because
to say
you believe
it because
in principle. I get
but
it.
it's because
but for
it's
the people of Wyoming
Brett,
who are
right.
electing a congressperson to fight for them and to fight against the Biden agenda, why wouldn't they say, is this the person that's going to get it done? That's what your colleagues are asking.
I'm going to answer the question. We all have an obligation, and I would say Fox News especially Fox News, has a particular obligation to make sure people know the election wasn't stolen. Fox News, Brett, I'm going to answer your question. Fox News needs to make sure that the American people,
Fox News, you have
they
to know
need to make sure that the American people, Brett, you're doing the interview. I'm answering the questions. We need to make sure that the American people recognize and understand that the election wasn't stolen, that we shouldn't perpetuate the big lie, and that there's real danger. You know, I've worked in countries around the world where we don't in the past. But I continue to say it, though, Brett. But Brett, I continue to say it because
in principle. I get
but
it.
it's because
but for the people of Wyoming,
she's such a fucking lib, dude. I just like, ugh. Yeah, we get it. The election was stolen. Fucking move on. I mean, not stolen. Fucking move on. Oh my God, I can't believe I just said that. The truth came out, brothers. My grandmother made muhammada for me and was literally fucking losing her shit that I didn't eat. Did I tell you guys that my grandma was like legitimately pissed yesterday that I didn't eat manta that she made me at 10 a.m. in the morning? Like, manta is like a heavy fucking, it's a heavy dinner food. So I was like, all right, make me some muhammada so I can put that in my you know, wraps, my chicken tendy wraps. So I'm making it up to her by eating the muhammada that she made. I mean, I'm kind of making up to her. I mean, this is like fucking delicious. Anyway.
White House, though, disagrees. We spoke with some economists who said there are other factors like vaccination rates, the lack of school openings.
I literally just spoke directly to Maher Hanania. He's asking us to continue to educate the American people around us. He works alongside the mayor of Ramallah. I'm sorry for spamming.
Of childcare that could be keeping people from going back to work. Economists acknowledge we're in some pretty unique economic times. That's why the White House wants to get this infrastructure deal done. It's also why Republicans say perhaps we should.
Wait, what's up with this? Are people mad at...
My question is, what is Dogecoin? I'm glad you asked.
It's a good question.
Well, it's the future of currency. It's an unstoppable financial vehicle that's going to take over the world.
I get that, but what is it, man?
I keep telling you, it's a cryptocurrency you can trade for conventional money.
Oh, so it's a hustle.
Yeah, it's a hustle.
It's a hustle. Welcome back to CBS This Morning. That was billionaire Elon Musk hosting Saturday Night Live and struggling to explain Dogecoin, the latest cryptocurrency craze. Musk has been a huge factor in the rising popularity of cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. His car company Tesla bought about $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin earlier this year. But yesterday, he sent the value of Bitcoin plunging with an announcement that Tesla will stop accepting the cryptocurrency in payment for cars. In a statement, Musk pointed to the increasing use of fossil fuels for Bitcoin mining and transactions. He said the use of Bitcoin, quote, cannot come at great cost to the environment. The environment, you say?
Yeah.
Let me explain.
I'm confused.
I'm confused.
I don't think it was a tangible thing.
So, you're right, it's not a tangible thing, but let me explain how this is all related to climate change. The answer is computers. Lots of them. Back in 2018, our Errol Barnett traveled to Washington State visiting one of those Bitcoin farms where the transactions take place. Here is part of his report.
Bro, I love this. This is the funniest thing that could have happened. Because, like, Bitcoin lovers and Elon Musk lovers go hand in hand because of his original support for Bitcoin. Like, cryptocurrency lovers are probably so bent right now that, like, Elon Musk is no longer saving the planet. Oh, they got to be so mad, especially because, like, this probably lowered the value of Bitcoin a little bit. It's simply based on confidence and therefore very volatile. Or did crypto people hate Elon already? Damn. Elon literally was just like, I need a GPU, and I couldn't find one. So now fuck cryptocurrency. Can't do Elon.
Watt hair dryer. So there'll be 1,000 of those hair dryers in this pod.
These fans are operating 24/7 to cool endless rows of computer servers, each one feverishly working to mine cryptocurrency. This is how digital currency is made. Every time someone uses cryptocurrency to pay for something, it sets off a flurry of activity. Servers like these work to verify and process that transaction, each one racing to authenticate the exchange of digital money through complex calculations. For doing this work, the machines are rewarded with new cryptocurrency. This is what's called mining.
Now you see all the plugs, all the outlets. How much power does this facility use compared to like a typical building?
Well, so our pods use 1.5 megawatts. That's typically associated with like 600 homes.
So just this one facility is sucking up as much energy as 600.
No, 600. Right here in this space.
I mean, that's incredible when you think about it.
All right, let me do my John McLaughlin question.
Okay.
The value of Bitcoin was $6,500 when Errol did this report in 2018.
Oh, wow.
What is the value today?
It's a lot more.
Yeah.
It has jumped, get this, to 56,000 today.
Yeah.
Wow.
6,500 to 56,000. So 600 homes from just one of those buildings, and that was 3 years ago. We've been saying Bitcoin has exploded in value. The University of Cambridge estimates the amount of electricity used worldwide by Bitcoin miners is more than all of Sweden or Malaysia uses.
Yeah.
And with its value continuing to grow, a study from the University of Hawaii warns that if this continues, Bitcoin alone could raise the Earth's average temperature another 2 degrees in the next 20 years. Let that sink in.
That means they're going to need a lot more of those machines that Errol visited.
You need more server space.
These are anti-cryptocurrency liars. They're in the pocket of fiat currency.
Yes.
And that's what we want.
I mean, right?
Yeah, that's what we don't want. I mean, it's so confusing. It's never good when they say it's sucking up X fill in the blank, which is what Errol and that gentleman just said. So now Bitcoin is not good.
Damn. Imagine someone who's even more clueless than me talk about Bitcoin. Maine police claim these pro-Palestine chalk drawings are a hate crime. What? Free Palestine. Israel is killing innocent people. What's the hate crime? Dude, the American government is so dog shit, dude. I really fucking sometimes hate. I mean, anti-Semitic hate crimes do happen. Like where people draw swastikas in synagogues and shit, but like saying Israel is doing ethnic cleansing is not a fucking hate crime, dude. It's more of a self-report if you consider that to be a hate crime. Israel clarifies that it is not sending ground troops in the Gaza Strip. However, Israeli ground forces are participating in striking targets. Oh, okay, good. Oh my God. Oh, thank God, dude. Oh shit. So what they're saying is they're using tanks to mortar and shell from the fucking corners of the Gaza Strip. Why do you eat your dinner at 4:30 like a senior citizen? One, chatter is backseating my eating as always, and two, I do what is known as intermittent fasting. And what intermittent fasting is I eat in a small anabolic window every day. It happens to start at 4:30. So I actually haven't eaten at all. Wholesome clip about you.
I still appreciate Hassan. You know, Hassan is a homie. He really is. The fact, like, think about when Hassan was on my show, you know? He knew the yay or nay thing was happening in his chat, and the fact that he went out, that shows me that he's a friend, you know? Like, a legit friend. He cares about my show and the integrity of it. And that meant a lot to me. I don't think he realized that when he did that. It meant a lot to me because I knew people were cheating already. And when Hassan came out and he's like, man, you know, by the way, Miz, I'm letting you know something. My chat was spamming yay or nay. I saw the answer. Just give me the... Dude, that's what it's all about. And that will go a billion times. It's like long term. That meant the world to me that Hassan did that. That was inspiring because I'm like, damn, thank you, man. The chat saw that. I saw that. The honesty that was part of that. It makes me want to do things with Hassan, you know, like every other girl wants to. It just was incredible. And I appreciate that a lot.
Oh,
I don't know.
That's nice.
It meant a lot.
It's weird when he says nice things, dude. It's odd to see Miskiff saying nice things, dude. The cheating drama is all over LSF. Yeah, well, I'm here to out myself, guys. I'm a cheater. Yeah. That's why I didn't know that the word for a nose hole is nostril, or how to take the average of 6 numbers, or the chemical compound for sodium, which I wrote and didn't realize was on my screen. The fucking nostril one's really the worst. I don't know which one's the worst. My nose hole is called Joseph. I'm a progressive Israeli and I'm mad that people are defending the idea of strikes in Gaza. Every Israeli who defends it is a total nutjob. The strikes in Gaza are inhumane and tons of innocents die. There's multiple ways to deal with conflict, not by bombing civilians. Unfortunately, we are a minority in Israel But we exist and are protesting as hard as we can. Our far-right government. No, I know, my friend. I know. Just in, Twitch streamer Hassan Piker has officially rebranded as Hamas Piker after leaving the United States to join Hamas as their official Twitch correspondent. He also thanks President Erdogan for his strong leadership. What? Oh, it's satire. Okay. Jesus Christ. He also thanks President Erdogan for his strong leadership after it was revealed he has facilitated his travel. This is so stupid, dude. Yeah, Hasanabi. Dude, that's not me. It's Ludwig that joined Hamas, dude. Well, how did that meme start? Did that start in my chat, or did he actually mention Hamas at some point? Or did someone actually like did he ever bring up Hamas at all? It started when he joined Hamas. Ludwig Agren, more like Ludwig Airstrike. Okay. So when I was talking about birthright, I don't know why I said birthright. When I was talking about birthright, someone in my chat said Ludwig went on birthright and was so compelled that he tried joining Hamas. But the way that they wrote it made it seem like it was, yeah, I don't know how to describe it. Like the way that person wrote it made it seem like he honestly had either talked about it or something. I don't know why. What? Ludwig joins. This is it. Here, look. Wait, how the fuck did you find this? It's got 90 fucking views on it. Ludwig did a birthright trip. Quite interesting story. He considered joining Hamas. Like the way he said it made me feel like maybe he did like a vlog or something. Dude, imagine fucking Ludwig's vlog. Like, mogul moves. Arming and facilitating Palestinian liberation. Gone sexual. IRL streaming. Like, what? Ludwig's not even Jewish. What the fuck? Is he even Jewish? What the fuck are you talking about? That's such a funny comment, dude. I'm sorry. Funny story. Ludwig did a birthright trip and considered joining Hamas. The whitest motherfucker on the planet, too. Like, Ludwig Agren, dude. I thought they were French. Maybe they're French Jew? I don't know. I didn't know that. Oh, every 10 subs, I send another rocket towards the Iron Dome, boys. Stop. Stop, dude. Okay. All right. That's fucked up. Oh, I don't think that it's funny at all, dude. Okay. Yeah. True life, how I accidentally joined Hamas. Jesus Christ, dude. Oh, this is not funny. If you sub, he writes your name. Okay, stop. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, let's just move on. Okay, let's look at let's look at Daily Dose of the Internet or something, dude. Not funny, bro. Okay.
Everyone, this is your Daily Dose of Internet. This is called red lightning or red sprites. They are large electrical discharges that occur above thunderstorms. This photographer captured images of red sprites forming in China. They are so large that they are about the same size as a major city and can be seen from space.
It's fucking weird, dude. It's crazy. Gigi! Stop!
This dog saw a cat in the yard and tried to scare it away. It's hard to see, but that little white speck is a human egg next to a coin to show how small it is. If you still can't see it, here are 10 human eggs all clustered together.
What the fuck? Damn, bro. That's crazy. He's got 10 babies in there. That's 10 babies, brother. What the fuck? Okay, honestly, that's living. God dang, daily dose of propaganda again. God damn, I knew he was a liberal. A baby killer. Them's are babies. I know it. You know it. It's 10 children, boys. I didn't realize like human eggs just look like fucking caviar, dude. Is that the Chinese rocket?
Peter, are you in airplane mode again? You fly around like...
A zoo installed a new security camera and it scared the snow leopard.
Check out my super secret drawer here. You try to open it, right? But then it's blocked by the stove. So what do you have to do? Open up the stove. And then you're trying to open it more and it's blocked by the oven light. So you have to turn the oven light on to try to open it further. But then it's blocked by the stove top. So you have to turn this to medium to open it even further. And what do I keep in there? Sponges.
This person made some incredible stop motion animation using playing cards.
Yeah, the No Pixel Casino dealer, when she... What the fuck? When she steals all my money. Donnie used to play cards like that. Sag. Subnautica, boys. Which I will be playing later today.
That's the end of this video. Hopefully I made your day just a little better. And I'll see you guys again very, very soon. Later.
In this shot from
Wait, stunt tricks used over and over again in movies? Oh,
Central
fuck yeah.
Intelligence, a man on a motorcycle does a backflip and then knocks The Rock's character over. But look behind the scenes and you'll see nobody was injured that day, because this shot was actually 2 separate takes. This is a stunt trick known as...
Kind of like when The Rock was there with... Yeah, it's kind of like when The Rock wasn't actually there with... Vin Diesel, because they hate one another.
A camera lock-off, and it's just one of many tried and true techniques Hollywood uses in films and TV shows, making even the most unimaginable stunts come to life. In this scene in Baby Driver, Ansel Elgort's character pulls into a parking spot and then runs out moments later. In reality, that's a stunt driver driving into the spot. The driver's side gets covered by this pillar, which is also hiding Elgort. So as Elgort runs out, it looks like he's the one getting out of the car in the first place. This is a trick known as a Texas switch, an in-camera effect in which the actor and their double will actually switch places midway through the action. The move involves close collaboration between the stunt crew, camera crew, and director.
Whether it's a whip off of the actual actor to something to come right back to them, you can't just go focused on that person and then put another person in.
And the set needs a natural hiding place for the switch to occur, like this rock that Sean Connery is hiding behind in From Russia with Love. The Texas switch isn't just for action, it's even become a comedic staple in everything from The Naked Gun to Scott Pilgrim vs. the World.
Is Scott here? You know what? He just left.
In this scene in Elf, for example, Buddy needs to put a star on top of a very tall Christmas tree. First, Will Ferrell runs off camera. Then the double runs out and launches himself on top of the tree. Maleficent, Mistress of Evil contained many moments where Angelina Jolie had to perform dialogue in midair. So how exactly did they make it look like she was flying while allowing for her to comfortably and safely act in the scene? They used this device called a tuning fork, which consists of two prongs that lock into both sides of the performer's body. The rig is controlled by a steering wheel that is driven by stunt people in blue or green suits who are raced in post-production. Tuning forks were especially useful for the shots where Maleficent hovers in the air, and the steering wheel makes 360-degree turns possible. This was key for scenes where the Fae twist and turn in the air in Maleficent, or when Mulan performs full spins in the air in the live-action remake. You can also see it in action in Captain Marvel, when Carol Danvers realizes her full potential. But the fork isn't a complete replacement for wires, which are still crucial for flight. According to stunt coordinator Monique Ganderton, wire work helped give the character more mobility in Captain Marvel and Endgame.
She had two wires on her hips only because I like them to have freedom in their upper body. And then a guy in a blue suit behind just kind of puppeteer the leg up so her body can go side to side and then come back up into an upright position.
In Men in Black International, a menacing alien tosses Agent H down a staircase. To achieve this violent-looking motion, filmmakers use a trick called a ratchet pull. During a ratchet pull, a performer is tied to cables powered by an air pressure cylinder, which pulls them either backwards, forwards, or upwards. The more pressure you use, the farther they'll go. In Twilight Eclipse, for example, Monique Ganderton was ratcheted 20 feet forward after a CG wolf attacked her character. Sometimes a simplified version of a ratchet pull called a dead man will do. Instead of tying a performer to a complex rigging system off camera, the performer is tied to a solid stationary object in frame.
What happens is when you fully commit, you run and you jump and you hit the end of that line and it just whips you back onto the ground.
You can see it performed during the Battle of Wakanda in Infinity War.
It gives for this violent, this really simple but violent action.
The dead man can also be used to pull somebody off a horse, like you see here in this cut sequence from Chaos Walking. And when Thor gets hit by Thanos in Endgame, both a traditional ratchet pull and a dead man were actually needed, so Chris Hemsworth's double, Bobby Holland Hanton, could be pulled forward and then thrown to the ground.
The shit that stunt guys go through is crazy.
Getting a stunt performer to go through glass, like in this scene from The Hunt, requires a lot more force than just a person's body weight. When a character needs to jump or fall out a window, productions use tempered glass, which shatters into tiny harmless bits instead of sharp shards. But the glass itself is so strong, actors would simply bounce off it, as you can see in this gag. So in these moments, the special effects team rigs the glass with explosives, timed to go off the exact moment the performer falls through.
By cracking it, you weaken the whole system.
In The Hunt, the doubles were attached to a wire that pulled them backwards just as the explosives go off. Exploding glass also helped hoist stuntman Daniel Hargrave out a window in The Accountant. If you look on the ground, you can see how tiny the broken glass pieces actually are. Stunt people are finding efficient ways to update this trick too. In John Wick,
I thought they just made it with sugar. Like, the pause is so perfect. But yeah, I thought that they just like straight up made the glass with sugar, which is like still gives you the style of a fucking glass, but is like way easier to break. Sugar glass isn't clear or realistic.
Too, the character is thrown through a glass sculpture.
Basically, the performers had to hit the glass and let the computerized, system do its thing. They put 4 charges that were pressurized into the glass. So it was on a pressure system. As soon as that glass pushed against the charger, it had maybe like an eighth of an inch of pressure on it. So as soon as you push through, it would blow.
Why do people say Pepega to me saying sugar glass? It's literally a real thing. I always assumed that was the way that they did it.
This risky stunt from Central Intelligence,
All tricks, sorry for repeat, but sugar was difficult for storing and too many bugs. Yeah.
in which The Rock's Bob Stone is hit in the head by a motorcycle, was made possible by clever camera work and visual effects. In a trick known as a camera lock-off, 2 actions are shot separately from a camera that is locked into the exact same place both times. Then those 2 shots are
It's not your delusional Pepega? Wait, what? I'm gonna ban you, like, permanently. If I Google it right now, dialectics. If I Google it right now and sugar glass is a real thing, I'm gonna ban you permanently. Okay? Sugar glass uses a prop for meth, sugar sculptures, other forms of edible art. Sugar glass is made by dissolving sugar in water and heating it at least a hard cracked state. It's called breakaway glass. This motherfucker said you're delusional. You're delusional, Pepega, like twice too. Take a week off, bitch. Well, I hate it when people do that. I hate it.
combined using visual effects. First, filmmakers shot a motorcyclist doing a backflip. Then, in another shot from the same angle, stunt double Tanoi Reed was pulled back on a ratchet to imitate impact. The wires were erased, and the 2
Yeah, I feel like a week is actually really bad for that. We could do it a day. We'll do a day. I feel bad.
shots layered together.
I don't know why I'm
into a
in such a
seamless
good
whole.
mood lately.
For moments like this, stunt people can actually get hit by cars, but lock-offs can lessen the pain of vehicular hits. Take this moment in Atomic Blonde, where Gascoigne, played by Sam Hargrave, is hit by a car and then smashed into a van in front of him.
Sam was on a ratchet, so he ran to his mark, and we ratcheted him into the van, so no car hit him. And then I was driving the car, and we just, same thing, lock off. I slid in as if I hit him, and then they merged together, and then he just turns, and you see a wide shot of him getting hit and flipped into his car.
In Underworld, the werewolf Lucian has to run at superhuman speed. And this isn't the work of CGI or camera tricks. It's actually a practical effect called a magic carpet. For this stunt, the crew will attach a large tarp to a vehicle. The performer will start running on the smooth surface as the car drives, allowing them to run much faster than a normal human would. Underworld stunt coordinator Brad Martin had actor Michael Sheen and a stunt double run on an 80-foot tarp attached to a car, creating the appearance of running at 35 miles per hour. It was so successful that Martin used it again in Underworld Awakening. It can make just about any type of character look like they have superhuman speed. Without a magic carpet, the actors in 2001's Planet of the Apes would never look as fast as apes on all fours. And it's also why Black Panther looks so fast.
We know this from watching Stuntman's Corridor or whatever, Corridor Digital.
However, this really only works on flat surfaces like asphalt. For off-road terrain, stunt crews may use a weighted wire system attached to a winch, basically a giant spool, to physically lift and propel them. Look at the start of the Battle of Wakanda in Avengers Infinity War. When
that guy who's running there is not the actor Chadwick Boseman. The guy who's running there is Guy. Well, I mean, he's not our boy in real life. He doesn't know who I am or that I exist, but I'm a big fan of his. Was it Guy Da Silva, right? Is that his name? Gui. Gui. Fucking man, dude. He's sick. He made like a live action recreation of My Hero Academia and shit. He's dope.
Captain America sprints past his fellow Avengers, who are also running at full speed. Stunt double Daniel Hargrave was clipped into a harness and attached to wires above his head. The winch was then weighted to counteract his body weight, helping him move up and forward. With the extra help, he could run up to 24 miles per hour.
I was about 50% on my.
You guys ever see that Will Smith? Like, Will Smith was like posting people doing like crazy fitness shit. And one of them was a dude who was like actually legitimately running on a 27-mile treadmill. But only for like 3 seconds. And then 24 miles, isn't that fast? What? Are you fucking insane, dude? What?
Feet. So I still had to run and move my feet as fast as possible, but I wasn't actually doing all.
Like, I can't believe fucking Usain Bolt is in my chat, dude. That is so wild. That's crazy to me that Usain Bolt's literally in here. Crazy.
Propelling myself.
And it's helpful with Marvel villains as well. In The Incredible Hulk, a similar weighted system helped Emil outrun several soldiers after taking the super serum, launching actor Tim Roth to speeds ranging from 30 to 40 miles per hour. Some of Hollywood's most daring car stunts need trained stunt drivers to pull them off safely. But what if you still want to make it appear as if the actor is the one driving? A much more dynamic way to capture chases is by using a biscuit. It's a vehicle that you can put other vehicles on. So while the actors appear to be driving on camera, the real work is being done by a stunt driver sitting in a driver's pod just out of frame. But because the stunt driver isn't seen in a biscuit rig, the camera can capture way more dynamic angles.
That's fucking
These rigs
nuts.
allowed the audience to see Christian Bale up close in Ford versus Ferrari, and some seemingly impossible car moves in Baby Driver. In the movie Drive, they actually shot this part twice, where Ryan Gosling's character gets hit by another car. First, they shot the exteriors with 2 actual stunt drivers. Then they shot Gosling on the biscuit, able to mimic every move to get the inside of the car.
And ready, and action.
CGI can be used to create big, safe fires, but fire is still one of the hardest elements to create with visual effects. It's easier to set a real stunt person ablaze. So how do they do it without causing any harm? Stunt performers often wear 3 layers of fireproof underwear, which is soaked in a flame-retardant material called Zell Gel. They then add on 3 more layers: a rain suit, a fire suit, and a thin cotton suit. Even more Zell Gel will go on any exposed skin. According to Game of Thrones stunt coordinator Rowley Erlam, timing is key for fire stunts. A stunt performer can't be fully engulfed in flames for more than 15 seconds.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ow!
And you often have to account for multiple stunt actors. Over 73 performers were set on fire for the loot train attack in Game of Thrones. Full fire burns also come with acting challenges. Performers need to hold their breath while engulfed in flames in order to not breathe in any of the fire. What stunt tricks do you want to hear more about? Let us.
What the fuck? Okay, that's crazy. I'd never really thought about that. Dude, why don't they just CGI that shit, dude? That's when you have like a freak like Quentin Tarantino who's like, we're not CGIing that. Oh my god, that's crazy. I can't believe that they just like straight up do a countdown on set. Just like when I do a countdown for the top of the hour, every hour where there's a 60-second ad break. But of course, if you no longer want to see the ads, all you need to do is subscribe. You could do it for $5, or you could do it for free by connecting your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account. This way you will get 1 free Prime subscription a month. Twitch Prime, you can use it here. They said it's because CGI fire is hard to make and it doesn't look as good, but still, dude. Do stunt doubles get paid? No. I mean, they do, but not nearly enough in my opinion, because that shit is fucking invaluable, dude. Okay.
Perfect placement too. And these were all wire gags. Nothing was CG'd at all.
Oh! Is that you?
Yeah. Well, that's definitely a stunt person.
It's not a dummy. Thanks to Raycon for sponsoring this video. Stick around to the end to see how you can get 15.
Raycon is the funniest fucking name for a brand because it literally sounds like Saucon. Like it just sounds like it just asks you, it demands the other person to say, "What's Raycon?" And you go, "Raycon this dick."
We have Lauren Mary Kim joining us today for the second time. You guys may remember her from another episode we did. You were in The Mandalorian season 2, weren't you?
Yes, I was. Season 2, I doubled Koska Reeves.
Damn, with Gina Carano?
I did a couple episodes of Fennec, and I did The Magistrate.
Lauren has a lot of insight and expert tips to talk about here on the episode today, so let's just jump into it. So, if you guys are looking for an incredible martial arts film to watch, check out Ong Bak. This is a film that has full contact hits all over the place. Also take note of how everybody's got kooky hair because they all have wigs so they can hide the pads on their heads. Because Tony Johnson's going to come in there with his elbows and just smack them up.
That does not look real at all, that hair. Come on! Ooh.
Oh, man.
You think that was a real hit?
I mean, it's kind of a push. It's probably sped up a little bit, you know, undercranked. Tony Jaa gets his foot on the guy's face,
okay.
but the guy sells it too, you know?
Yeah, totally. I think he just safely puts on his ear almost, which is way better than the face.
That's full contact.
Yeah.
That's like a thigh, right? Versus a knee?
So it is his inside
Wait, that's his real hair.
thigh, but it's like the knee is projecting behind his head.
That's his real hair.
Right behind here.
Yep, this is sleight of hand, but for martial arts.
Look, that's his real hair, dude. Oh my God, dude. They were just dunking on this guy's hair for no reason.
I don't know, is that a wig? We just know that if a guy shows up with crazy hair, it's like, oh, he's gonna get hit so hard.
Right. Big hair,
get demolished.
There
it is.
Oh! That bounced nice and close.
Bro!
Nice.
Dude, there's nothing cooler than a counter attack kick for another kick.
Perfect placement too.
That is so
Didn't even
cool.
look like it. I mean, it hurt, but not like gnarly at all.
A sneaky kick.
Yes.
A little bit of baby
And look at that dust that they put on his shoe.
Motherfucker's like a scorpion, dude. I've actually never seen Ong Bak. It's been on my list for years.
Yeah.
I've never seen
Make
it.
that look more sellable.
Yep.
Oh,
he's coming after
Sonic's coming.
Oh, right to the sternum.
Yes.
Oh man, I love the way this stuff is shot. It's very clear.
Well, because he doesn't even have a stunt double.
Yeah.
Like he's just doing all of it. That's how it is in Asia, though. They hire actors that can do everything.
Yeah.
Like Jackie Chan, like all of them.
Out the windows. Out the windows. Oh, and he goes with them.
Oh!
Dude, he's sleeping peacefully.
Yeah. No harness either. Did you see his shirt come up too?
Yeah. I miss people getting like uppercuts / drop kicked out of windows.
I miss those days.
Is that you?
Yeah.
Awesome. Oh!
That was a fun thing to do.
That's great. That's like so ballsy.
So,
to be able to jump backwards off of a rock, just like, I got this, no problem.
So Robert Rodriguez actually directed that episode, and he wanted that version.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, like a desperado like type pose. But Jon Favreau wanted like a more parkour-y like move to get off. So they ended up choosing this version though. I was shocked because I didn't think they would.
Were you jumping onto a pad or boxes?
I've not seen The Mandalorian.
We had boxes.
The boxes, as far as I know, is like the old school way to do a high fall. So
is it good?
Why bring boxes out as opposed to just like a big crash pad?
Because sometimes the crash mat may not be like big enough.
Oh my God. Why did chat react like I've done something absolutely preposterous, dude? Yeah, I didn't fucking watch it, man. Chill.
Or we don't have enough. The
Fucking
boxes make
star weaves,
you actually
dude.
crumple in more, so you're not rolling out. Jumping in boxes is really cush. Like, I prefer it actually.
Nice.
Yeah, you guys should try it.
Well, there's a scene in Prism that we made way back in the day on Corridor, and we needed Jimmy Wong to do a fall off the edge of a roof. So we actually did the fall off the edge of the roof of this building onto a stack of boxes.
Oh,
And just,
nice.
Let's go.
Yeah.
And yeah. And Jimmy did it? Yeah.
How old is he? Like 10?
Shout outs to Jimmy. I mean, this is a heck of a stunt for him to do.
I mean, why do you guys think I've never made like Baby Yoda memes and shit? One, because I'm not a fucking normie. And two, because I just didn't watch it. So I have no idea. Like, I was never involved in the Baby Yoda stuff. Fucking nerds.
Right here. Dang!
Wow.
So when like having a fancy costume like this, are you putting like a special like soft one on for like the stunts, or do they just like, here's your helmet?
Yeah, sometimes we just can
Actually, y'all are
add
worse
some,
than
like, elbow
nerds.
pads
You're
and knee
normies.
pads. But as a woman, like, you don't ever, everything's so tight. So we have to wear like thinner pads, and like the guys can wear all like the hard pads.
Doing stunts is difficult enough, but doing stunts in costume where your
Yeah.
line of sight is limited
Totally.
makes it so much more difficult.
Yeah.
Like, do you have tricks to deal with that, or is it just something that you need to get used to?
You definitely have to get used to it because you're not as mobile like
Yeah.
as if you're wearing like a normal outfit. But yeah, I mean, I did Power Rangers for years. Like I did like all the live shows and commercials. and
Really?
all- Yeah. So I had like a lot of practice in helmets. And that's like really helped me with like the armor fight, the Koska Reeves helmet. Like it really helped a lot.
Someone in the chat said you talked about Tiger King for like a week. And yep, that's a well-deserved call out. Yeah. I'll fucking read it out loud. That chatter is right. I am a fucking normie as well, baby. True. I straight up did. Carol Baskins fucking did it though. Just saying.
Do you guys have any awesome stunt work or fight scenes that you guys would love to see broken down on the show? Please leave a comment down below. We'll read them.
Bro, the funny thing is I feel like they've done so many of these that there's like none left. Like what fucking stunts are there remaining? Like I feel like how many installations? They've done 30 of these. Okay, like what's remaining now?
Maybe we'll take the highest upvoted comment and we'll break it down. Lauren, I got a stunt that I have been very curious about. I've been trying to figure this one out for a minute, and I'm hoping that you could shed some light on this one.
I'll fight you.
What the fuck? What the fuck? There's zero shot. Joined the baby army? Yeah, let's go. What? This is a verified account that's about to get fucking clapped, dude. Straight up. No, this is a verified account that changed their name, and they are about to get fucking clapped. Wait, let me see what their I mean, you can very easily find what their old username is. He was in Tim's stream earlier today. No, I'm not going to report them. I'm just saying that, like, I'm not going to report them. I think it's funny. How did you snipe that? You really think in my chat of all chats, when there's only fucking 35,000 viewers in here, you think I'm not going to be able to snipe someone, dude? What is this? Are you fucking kidding me? Literally a goddamn Chris Kyle, brother.